Creation is the most natural part of human life. It is the quiet promise that one generation passes to the next. But right now, that cycle is running into some serious trouble. For millions of couples around the world, the dream of having a baby is slipping away. We often blame our stressful life, our lack of sleep, or our bad luck with genetics. Globally, infertility has affected more than 186 billion people. But what if the roadblock to starting a family isn't just a medical mystery? What if it's plastic? Every day, we breathe it, we drink it, and we eat it. Plastic do not simply break down and disappears. Instead, they break apart into tiny, invisible pieces.
This is the scary reality of the modern world. We are no longer just living around plastic pollution. Our body is absorbing it like a sponge. We call this microplastics. Tiny pieces of plastics that are smaller than a single rice grain, and even tinier ones are called nanoplastics. From a long time ago, scientists have warned us about many different types of pollution. Ocean, turtles, and massive piles of trash. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, the problem has shifted from the ocean into our own body. Therefore, this is not a boring lecture about recycling or picking up trash. This is a direct attack on our ability to conceive children.
Think about your normal routine. You wake up, you grab an iced coffee in a plastic-lined cup, heat up your leftover in a plastic container, and chug water from a plastic bottle. It feels totally convenient, normal, and safe, right? Well, think again. Scientists have recently discovered that heating up plastic containers can release millions of these microscopic pieces straight into our food and drinks. Once these tiny fragments get inside us, they do not just take a ride through our digestive system and live. They hitch a ride in our body. They act like tiny toxic tricksters, carrying bad chemicals such as plastic softening chemicals and BPA straight into our reproductive organ. It is no longer just a distant planetary issue when it is literally sitting on your dinner plate.
The hard scientific data proves this dangerous reality. In a major study by University of New Mexico, researchers tested human tissue samples. And in 100% of the samples they tested, every single one of them contains microplastics, no exceptions. Furthermore, there is a drop of 42% in sperm concentration among the samples they tested with higher exposure to this kind of chemicals. We are seeing an increase of 85% in sperm damage. These tiny microplastics are what causes stress in our body and basically bully our healthy cells. Data also shows that the cell's ability to swim drops to just 21%. It is not a random glitch in the system. It is proven by a fast-moving drop in human fertility, directly linked to a world that creates hundreds and millions tons of microplastics every year.
When we look at the scary statistics, our question changes from uh-oh to how do we fix this? And this goes directly against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 6, which aims to provide clean water and sanitation for everyone on Earth. If our water treatment plants cannot filter out these toxic tiny pieces, then our daily tap water becomes a danger for our health. Therefore, to protect our future, we must improve our technology a big time.
The good news is that the scientific community is now fighting back with some really smart futuristic inventions. We are moving way past those basic water pitch filters in your fridge. Scientists are creating new eco-friendly filters that made from natural stuff like seaweed and farm waste. These natural filters can literally trap the microplastic before they ever reach However, the solution is that something that we can do right now. Swapping out our plastic container for glass, stainless steel, and ceramic can instantly lower our daily exposure. Because human reproductive cells naturally remake themselves every few months. The clean choices we make today can give our body a healthy restart tomorrow.
So yes, the world has a massive plastic problem.
And right now, we realize we are wearing synthetic plastic clothes right now while filming this.
But hey, acknowledging the problem is a statistically proven first step.
So we're not asking you to become eco-warriors overnight. Just start by saving your own future.
So please, break out with your plastic bottle. You're too good for them anyway.
What if drinking from plastic water bottles is the reason you won't be able to have kids? We're seeing many studies showing that microplastics and now even nanoplastics that are getting into our food and water are having a negative cause on fertility rates. So obviously, you look at a water bottle, you know that's plastic. But how do you measure the plastic that comes off into your water? A new study shows that the micro nanoplastics are much more abundant than we ever thought. What that really means is microplastics are tiny, and we would look for those in the water, and we would find them. When we took a deeper inspection with better technology, we found that nanoplastics were there, which are even smaller, but way more prevalent. So whenever you're drinking from plastic water bottles, you are drinking plastic and hurting your fertility, which is why I recommend drink from glass.
Let's